Well.
When they say that when the Puri Kainat does not want any particular thing happening, it doesn't happen for all. We wanted India versus Pakistan Asia Cup final.
Didn't happen.
Last year and this year.
We wanted India versus Pakistan in the javelin final. Didn't happen.
India versus Pakistan in the women's Asian Games final.
Cricket.
Didn't happen. Cricket.
And now it's not happening for the men as well.
Because the men's team, Pakistan men's team, have managed to botch up the semi-final against Afghanistan in a royal way. And guess what? They have lost by 4 wickets and have been dumped out. And that is the reason why India versus Pakistan final,
not happening.
It's going to be India versus Afghanistan.
And by the way, when you talk about the saying, no, when it rains, it pours. Right now, Pakistan have just lost in the semi-final of the Asian Games, and right now the Pakistan senior men's team is 43 for 3 against the Netherlands.
This is the World Cup we're talking about. This is the World Cup. We're not talking about Emerging Asia Cup and all of those tournaments which are happening.
Emerging World Cup.
You're talking about 2 Pakistan teams playing parallelly. One, of course, have ended their match, the one that Siddharth just spoke of, against Afghanistan. They've conceded loss over there. And in the second match, where you thought that it would probably be a one-sided affair, one-way traffic, it's been one-way traffic
for Netherlands
in favor of the team that you least expected.
No,
exactly.
Are Pakistan, this team in Hyderabad, are they thinking that this is India? Because you remember the India training kit also is orange. And Shane, in tribute to them, has worn orange today along with the
Oranje. Well, to be fair, this is more rust red, but on the camera definitely looks orange.
The original Oranje have dismissed Imam, they have dismissed Babar Azam, and also they have ensured that Babar Azam doesn't have a reputation of Mino Basher.
Exactly. No, this is a ploy from Pakistan's behalf.
Exactly.
Babar got out quickly so that the talk of him failing against big teams doesn't really work. Now he's failing against the small teams also.
Yes. So Fakhar Zaman's poor form
continues ever since the Asia Cup and even before that.
Even before that, I remember he had one run where he scored like 2 centuries in 3 games. After that, his form just nosedived.
Average of 19 the last couple of months. And let's leave the Pakistan. Everybody will testimony. Gargi is also witness. I had picked Pakistan with lot of hesitation.
No, mind you, right now also, they need one big partnership, and let's be fair, Netherlands will struggle a lot more in the ODI format than they would in the T20I format. However, the simple fact of the matter is they shouldn't be finding themselves in this situation to begin with. I mean, you would expect that your openers, regardless of form, would be able to string together a 100-run partnership.
It was Rizwan who almost chopped down.
Almost chopped down.
280, I think I was very generous. So
no, also by the way, this...
No, but you've only done with 10 overs, no Siddharth, as of now?
No, but you know what the thing is? I think we were all royally fooled by the script that Hyderabad used for the warm-up games previously, because those were belters. This is more true to what the...
It is a spinning track. Very much a spinning track.
A finger spinner is generating 7-8 degree turns.
So Pakistan have got 3. You've got Iftikhar Ahmed, you've got Nawaz.
You're starting about the spin bowling lineups with Iftikhar.
Yeah, because he's probably been the best spinner.
Yeah, and we're going by the Asia Cup. Yeah.
Actually, Shadab has royally struggled, and with Nawaz, you know what you get. He's a metronomic bowler, good at what he does, but not a wicket threat.
You will see him bowl today as well.
Before we continue the bashing of Pakistan,
no, we're not bashing them. We're just...
We're pointing out what is rightfully deserved.
We are pointing out the obvious.
Yeah. And this is, by the way, I just want to go back and remind all of you guys, and particularly people on the other side of the border who were, saying that Indians are just being, extra sensitive now, and, they can't take this defeat in the Emerging Asia Cup, because 9 of the 11 players that had played for Pakistan that match were already people or players who had the Pakistan international cap with them.
Exactly.
When this was pronounced, and agreed, there was no such thing that India couldn't have fielded that side. India willingly chose to name a side which didn't have prior international experience. Look at what has happened in the Asian Games now.
Yep, and look at what's happened in the Asian Games. I mean,
there also, by the way, you have 3-4 players from that side who played in the Emerging Asia Cup. What happened today?
I think Asif Ali played. I mean, you got to see, Khushdeal has played
I think cricket. Umair Yusuf has also played.
Rohel Nazir also is an emerging talent at this point. So that's why All
Yes,
of them.
Omer Yusuf had played. Then you got.
That's the Afghanistan team.
Yeah, go.
Don't get confused.
Go.
Pawan, Upar. Scroll up.
There you see, he was opening there.
Yeah.
See, Khushdeel has played, we know.
Asif Ali is also.
Usman Qadir also, if I'm not wrong,
Yes.
has. Yeah.
Usman Qadir, if I'm not mistaken, is the
Yes.
son of Abdul Qadir.
Yeah.
He has played a lot, and I think he played against Australia, if I'm not mistaken, Usman Khan.
So
Then you got Asif Ali.
even Mirza Baik for that matter, I've heard this name, and I'm not an ardent follower of Pakistani domestic cricket. So
Okay, Mirza Baig. I think Rohel Nazir has also been there in the Pakistan setup.
Haider
Then
Ali.
Sufyan Mukim.
He's also been there.
He's also there. I can see him.
Yep.
So again, 3-4 of these players who had not just experience of playing in the Asia Cup, but also rubbing shoulders, and they've all, most of these guys in that side that played in the Asian emerging Asian games, or was it emerging Asia Cup?
Emerging Asia Cup.
Yep.
Yeah.
But in this Asian Games, you're seeing that despite so many Pakistani names there having got an international experience, they still fell short against disciplined bowling from Afghanistan. Zahir Khan, for example, he's played for Afghanistan. I mean, he's a left armer, right? The left arm wrist spinner.
Oh, left arm wrist spinner.
I'm just saying left arm. I don't want to use that other term. I
Chinaman.
don't want to use that. Yeah.
Okay.
So left arm leg spinner.
For obvious reasons.
Yeah, left arm leg spinner in that sense. Then I think Qais Ahmed also.
Yeah, Qais Ahmed has, I think,
He's
also.
also got. So Mohammad Shahzad, I think, is that wicketkeeper, the dashing wicketkeeper who at the top of the order who was aggressive.
Are you sure you're not mixing him with Ramanullah Gurbaz? Because you just described the same player.
Mohammad Shahzad, the one before Gurbaz.
Oh, there was a Gurbaz before a Gurbaz?
Yes, there was. He was quite aggressive in the 2016 World T20.
But to be fair, what is it with Afghanistan producing like aggressive wicket keepers? I even remember that other guy, I'm forgetting his name here. What was the guy who did the helicopter shot?
That was Shahzad.
No, it wasn't Shahzad. I remember interviewing the guy in a previous organization also. He kind of got ostracized. Remember, he got dropped from the team because of fitness issues. He was slightly portly.
It
It wasn't Shahzad, yaar. I'm telling you, his name wasn't that.
Yeah.
It was. I'm forgetting his name. I'll look it up. Give me a second.
So 115 when Pakistan were kind of, we thought that okay, 115 might be a competitive total because remember the Hangzhou wicket is woeful. Let's be
Let's be frank. Yeah.
Bangladesh got out for 9, restricted to 96 for 9, but it showed how Tilak Verma played.
Yeah.
6 sixes in that 55 and Rituraj Gaikwad 4 fours and 3 sixes. Himself ensured 40 and 55 despite Yashasvi Jaiswal getting out 4th ball. First over, 4th ball. That's how it was.
One of the Indian openers getting early with this young side. We've seen that happen on a couple of occasions now.
So 115 and just go down, Pawan, if you can just go down.
Correct. Shahzad was one of them, but I'm talking about someone else. I'm forgetting his name.
Okay. So
Shahzad.
3 for 15, Farid Ahmed, 2 for 11, Qais Ahmed, 2 for 20, Zahir Khan, and there was also Karim Jannat also. He's also Gulbadin Naik. 4 out of the Pacers have had international experience for Afghanistan.
Exactly. That's
They
a pretty
got the
experienced
better-
side.
Yeah, they got the better of Pakistan and go down. I think 39 from Noor Ali Zadran. That was fantastic. And then Gulbadin Naib. 23 runs in that second last over ensured Pakistan are out of the Asian Games. They now have to play against Bangladesh for the bronze medal playoff. India versus Afghanistan will happen tomorrow on October 7th. But
Oh yeah, you're right. It was in fact Shahzad.
you took us to interview and you don't remember the name.
Do you remember everyone you interviewed?
Of course.
No way.
George Dockrell I had interviewed in this organization.
Doctoral, of course.
Of course, and I also interviewed Sabah Kareem and I don't remember that one, unfortunately. That
See, he also didn't remember.
But
There we
cricket
go.
I know, but
There we
cricket
go.
I know.
There we go. He also doesn't remember.
I'm like Pakistan, more mercurial advice. So, what a shoddy performance from Pakistan. I mean, as I think that they do not surprise
Which
us.
Pakistan are we talking about? I'm getting distracted by the other match.
This one.
The Pakistan B team.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know whether to call it the B team or the C team because there is
Could call it the B and C team.
the fact of the matter is that you could remember 7 or 8 of the players having had international experience for 1 or 2 games. That shows how
And we're playing the emerging Asia Cup.
rotating. It's not a rotating, it's a revolving door. Remember, it would keep on revolving. It's like that in the Pakistan setup.
I mean,
That's
we
the-
can't really complain.
I mean, no, ours has been an injury issue.
No, not just injury, also
And also wrong
overly rest rotation sake.
That's
But
the thing. But with them,
Yeah, it's very arbitrary. Like suddenly you'll see Hassan Ali come back.
Exactly.
Then he'll also be gone again after this World Cup.
Again, the Hassan Ali situation reminds me of our situation with Ashwin.
Ashwin, yeah.
Again, but that's one circumstance wherein the two teams, and I don't blame them for thinking alike. That is going
They went
for
for experience. Yeah.
Yeah. But it is going to be very, very interesting to say the least, because Afghanistan's spinners could pose a major threat to India also, because remember, KS Ahmed, then you got Zahir Khan, all of them. It is going to be a really, really tough situation for India. I'm looking at the Indian context now, because India, they have the players, like for example, Tilak Verma, I believe, is a very good player of spin.
Yeah.
Tilak can play spin well.
Six sixes
And can bowl a bit of spin as well.
He took one wicket today, by the way. The Tamil Nadu duo of Sai Kishore
Sai
and
Kishore,
Washington Sundar, 8 overs, 5 for 27.
8 overs?
Yeah. 4-0-3-12, 4-0-2-15. That was how, see, look at it. Washington Sundar 4-0-2-15, Sai Kishore 4-0-12-3.
I'm happy for Sai Kishore. Yeah. The man's been slugging it out. But for good 3 years now, he was slogging there when he was with the Chennai Super Kings.
Never got a game.
No,
Then-
he didn't slog with the Chennai Super Kings, he was never picked.
He slogged in the nets.
Exactly. He was slogging in the nets for them. Then for the Gujarat Titans as well.
Yeah.
2 campaigns now he's been with them as well.
Yep.
And
he's
I
not regularly
remember.
picked even with GT.
I think the team composition.
Team composition, but he does at least play a lot more than he did for CSK.
Yeah, he played a couple of matches here. At least I remember having a chat with him at one of the previous organizations that I was at. And he talked about, his resemblance as far as his both batting and bowling are concerned, how people back in Chennai would often, draw parallels between him and Jaddu.
Jadeja, obviously.
That would happen very
The
frequently.
problem is, when Jaddu was there, who's there? Mitchell Santner is also. Santner also doesn't get a game.
Exactly. Santner will play 3-4 games and then go back into hibernation.
You are Sai Kishore. What do you do? And if you look at the spinners, Tilak Verma 1 for 5. So that means 10 overs, 32 for 6.
Really, the only spinner that was expensive by
Surprisingly.
and actually even Shabazz. Because again,
Shabazz.
2 overs.
Okay, 2 overs.
Exactly, 6.5. Both of them are going at the same economy.
Yeah, actually I wouldn't count them as expensive. The one guy who was really expensive was Shivam Dubey.
But just 1 over.
One
no?
over.
I don't think they wanted to give him anything beyond that.
Yeah.
So overall, your spinners in this team, 4 plus 4, 8 plus 2,
Plus
10.
4.
Plus 4,
16
16.
overs. 16
16.
overs. You have conceded 39 plus 27 is 66 plus 5, 71. 16 overs, 71 runs, and you have taken a total of 8 wickets.
So you're basically in for a slow Asian Games final.
Yep.
Not the best advertisement for the sport.
Not the best.
That was
And
the format that you're wanting to
Popularize, bring into the Olympics.
again, a big learning, I think, for China, the host, and let's say the subsequent hosts as well. If you to give cricket more sort of a platform and a bigger platform at the games, you got to give competitive wickets as well. And it doesn't mean that you can just pick the wicket from somewhere, drop it. It's not a drop-in wicket.
No.
It's not. But it can't be the fact that you can just, let's say, if you were to have a drop-in as well, just bring in the surface from somewhere, or just put together one in about 6 months' time.
Yeah.
Pitch will need proper care and attention as well. You need multiple of those strips. It's the same venue, remember.
Yes.
They don't have a lot of venues also.
Remember, they had one slight chance of trying to redeem the Asian Games when you have to look at cricket, and India versus Pakistan final.
But even that didn't
Even
happen.
that is also not happening now. You can blame it either on the conditions or simply blame Pakistan. They don't know how to turn up nowadays on big occasions. See, Asia Cup, that happened. They couldn't turn up against Sri Lanka. Here, the women's team didn't turn up. They couldn't even, they couldn't get past 80. But Sri Lanka made a heavy meal of it. That's why I felt that India's women's team are definitely winning the gold medal, because Sri Lanka, when it comes to chasing, that is a major issue at this point. So, Pakistan versus Bangladesh in the bronze medal playoff. India versus Afghanistan in the final on October 7th. Let's see if Rituraj Gaikwad and
India versus Australia on October 8th.
But October 8th, there's no other cricket apart from that. Yeah, 7th it ends now. All
Asian games it does,
ends on
yeah.
7th,
But
so-
cricket
Yeah.
action continues.
Cricket action will now continue for the next 46 days, man. We got warmed up yesterday with New Zealand versus England, and oh, by the way, Shane, England getting.
Yeah, but by the way, what it taught me that match, two things. One, you're going to see a lot of teams look to bat first and bowl first.
I think I'm going to see that 2021 World T20.
Exactly. Win the toss, win the match. And that's taking nothing away. England were shambolic with the way they batted. They needed, I think, that defeat to kind of get them out of that thing that. No, because now I think after tomorrow's match, you're going to see a lot of teams look to bat a little more conservative, save their wickets, and look to blast off at the end. Because you're going to get good batting conditions mostly. But
That's what
what you need a
Butler
bit
said in
total.
hindsight. Butler also knew that they were good. They were looking at 330 is what he said. We were easily looking at 330, and the way the
They
New
collapsed.
Zealand batters batted, of course, even 330 would have been chased down in 45 overs.
They were 80 runs short.
Exactly, because the way it eases off now in this thing, and that's taking nothing away from how well Conway and Ravindra batted. But you're going to see a lot of teams, if you think the par is 320, you need to be targeting 350, 60 because it eases out significantly. And I think so that's right. You're going to see 2021 repeats whereby it is the team batting
chase-
second has a big advantage.
And remember, Rachin Ravindra, very interesting story about his name. Rahul Dravid
Plus Sachin Tendulkar.
Oh, hence Rachin.
Ra for Rahul.
He's spoken about it.
Sachin Chin. So Rachin Ravindra. So Ravindra is a tribute to Jadeja then. Because he bowls left
He
arm.
bowls left arm,
He is
bats the
left-handed.
left.
But although, see, what a phenomenon.
Well, he'll have to become a gun fielder also then.
Yeah, I think he's a very good.
He's a decent fielder. I don't think he's a bad fielder by any stretch.
Two guys on World Cup debut have scored 100, man. Rachin Ravindra and
Devon Conway. Of course, see, Conway is at this point a very experienced campaigner.
Conway and debuts. Enough said. 200 on test debut.
Yes, I remember at Lords.
And World Test Championship final.
Played a good knock there too.
4. He and Williamson, I think, were the only two guys to hit 50s.
Yeah, it was a low scoring final.
I don't think anybody from India. I think the closest was Rahane with 49.
40s, huh?
Kohli with 44, if I'm not mistaken. So, no India versus Pakistan final for 2
But
months
India
now.
versus Afghanistan. And Afghanistan, I don't think they've done much in the Asian Games, but good in them, they're getting a silver at least.
They're getting a silver, but I think it could be a
At least,
very
let's be.
close game.
That's what I'm saying. At least, you
yeah,
have to. You have to give it.
But it'll be a very close game.
Yeah.
And I think it'll be a low scorer. But it was nice to see.
See, because both sides have good spinners. Again, that's the one thing with both, the senior team and the B team of Afghanistan as well.
But I think India, with all the IPL experience, they will always start as the favorites.
Of course, they'll start as favourites, but I think
Yeah,
it'll
but
be a close match.
I'll give this Afghanistan side a fair chance, I would say.
Nice to see, by the way, that Hyderabad exported and dropped the crowd from Ahmedabad.
Yeah. I mean, it's full, jam-packed. I mean, people are struggling to...
No, it is full of air.
I know that. I was trying to be... And
I know.
everything is orange. Man, even the score of this thing is orange. Why? Are they paying that much of tribute to the Indian cricket team? I know it's Dutch.
Or maybe they're wanting to make the Dutch team feel home.
Comfortable, yeah.
Yeah, and do the reverse psychology on...
Oh,
I thought it straightened.
It.
Ah.
So, that is the situation. Afghanistan have beaten Pakistan by 4 wickets in the Asian Games semi-final. They now will battle for the gold against India. Pakistan will be battling for the bronze against Bangladesh. But don't worry, there's still more Asian Games action coming up because
hockey final.
hockey final in the next 1 hour, India versus Japan. And even for the women's team, it is India versus Japan, but that's for the
Bronze
medal.
medal. Yeah.
India are right now on 90 medals. They have reached the nervous 90.
What about Bajrang? He's done?
Bajrang will have his
Bronze medal, no?
playoff,
Yeah, bronze medal
charge
match.
That will be repechage, no?
Yeah, because he faced him in the semi-final, but he lost there, so he will automatically go into the
Repechage, yeah.
So you can expect maybe 3-4 medals from the wrestling
See,
contingent. but
chess you're expecting a couple, aren't you?
bridge you are,
Bridge you are, chess you are,
hockey you are, kabaddi too,
Cricket.
kabaddi.
archery you
Cricket
are.
should be a gold, yeah, to say the
Yeah.
least.
See, there are 2 aims now: 25 gold, 100 plus medals.
25 gold might be a little tough, but 100 medals could be doable.
You're at 85 right now,
See,
86.
today if India men's team win the hockey gold, it's 22, right?
Oh, then it's very close.
Then tomorrow in archery in the men, one Indian is winning the gold because it's an all-Indian final.
Oh,
Oh yeah, it's an all-Indian final, yeah.
Yeah.
so that's 23.
23.
Then the hope will be cricket.
Cricket
24.
24. You are close to 25. Yeah? You are close. I think you will need either of chess
Chess you're expecting 2 perhaps.
or you have to expect Satvik Sairaj, Rankiredi and Chirag Shetty to do it. But remember, today they are facing Aaron Chia and Su Yivik. Remember, they have a very bad hit-to-hit record against that. And
They lost to them recently also in one of the tournaments before.
Sanjay Joshi, you're right, 2 silvers, because I think the Chinese and the Kazakhs, they have...
Next level.
They have gone-
Prithvi Patnaik, and interestingly, his super chat also turns up in orange.
Yep.
To continue the theme.
It was orange today, man. I'm sure Rachin, Henry and Shoriful will play next year IPL, because Henry, the way he bowled in the last match on a flat track was exceptional. Franchisees should look at him instead of non-performing assets like Cummins and Curran. I see. Henry has bowled well in these kind of placid decks. You look at even prior to 2019, Asia, he would bowl really well against Pakistan.
But how many T20s does he play?
Exactly, that's my thing.
T20,
Exactly.
Yeah, he's more of a test ODI type bowler.
He is that TV player.
Henry did play for Punjab Kings, but unfortunately in T20s he was found out.
And to be fair, anyone gets found out in Punjab Kings.
And Rachin Ravindra, it again depends on the requirement. Which team is lacking a left-arm orthodox spinner
And who can bat.
who can bat? Which team?
But
is
I think it's too soon right now for Rachin will have to do really well in this World Cup to be able to get
He's still
himself.
young.
But non-performing assets like Curran, I think Curran
Was he was unfairly
Underwhelming.
sure, but
Underwhelming.
definitely had no support from the other Punjab King bowlers.
Yeah, that's the
So he does quite fine for England. He in fact developed his reputation as a death bowling specialist with England.
yeah.
And in the T20 World Cup last year, that
Exactly.
reputation got a massive boost.
Exactly.
So that's why. So I would say that Cummins and Curran, Cummins, yes, he's underperformed with the ball, but with the bat,
He gives you actually a very decent lower order bat as an option.
Did he hit
Pat Cummins.
Did he hit 35 runs of Daniel Sams against
Yeah,
Mumbai?
World Test Championship. Who was getting you all those runs?
And he's talking about just in the IPL. This is a man who once hit Jasprit Bumrah for 4
And
sixes.
has the record for the second fastest.
Joint second fastest
Joint
50.
15 balls.
Ah.
KL Rahul.
But with the ball, agree, totally underwhelming.
Yeah, with the ball, he's yeah. And imagine KKR, imagine having him and Shardul in the same team. Dear God, kill me.
Economy rates.
Gone for a
next
toss.
level. Next level. So, total jam-packed stadium in Hyderabad where people are even
This is what people waited for. 4 years.
4 years.
Welcome.
Yep.
Welcome to,
And people were criticizing me that, oh, you're not highlighting the fact that people came towards the fact. But see, the problem in this kind of big stadiums, I even pointed out in the live yesterday, 1,30,000, even if 50-60 come, it's still
It's
half the
minuscule.
capacity.
It's minuscule.
That's the problem of building these huge. See, when Melbourne cricket ground is only 10 or 20,000, doesn't look good.
I remember last year, right
ODI
after,
series,
yes,
yeah.
right after the World Cup, the ODI series, you had 15,000 people. You think of that and say, no, that's a big crowd. But the ground is a 70-80K capacity stadium.
100K.
Yeah, and you're looking at 15K over there is like spread out, it's peanuts.
Exactly. That is why, that is the risk of building these huge stadiums. If there is only 40-50, it will look minuscule. Because it's not even half the capacity. Narendra Modi Stadium is 1,30,000, right?
110, I guess.
110.
Okay, let's talk about 1 lakh plus.
Still, 110, even if it's 50,000, it's not half the capacity.
Yeah, you need, if you wanted to look respectable, you need like 80-90K
See,
in stadium.
We are saying there will be no problems in the India games. India games will be absolutely packed.
But what about beyond that? There's really a lack of interest, and I think part of it is down to the format as well.
No, and also timing.
Yeah, because of the format.
Yeah.
How do you what is a good time for
People
TV?
are not going to be taking leaves.
Huh?
And it's the weekday. Yeah.
And also then, but of course, see, wait, the weekday thing, let's hold our horses for tomorrow's matches and see if the turnout continues to remain poor. Then I think a lot of questions will be asked about the ticketing process again.
Yep.
Maybe people had already given up hope. Maybe
I am
the queues
sorry.
were actually longer than we were made to believe.
I'm sorry, I don't want to focus on the positives just for the heck of it. Whatever it is evident, we are not doing any kind of propaganda, man. Where are the crowds?
Every time they're doing that full stadium shot, it's embarrassing. You think you're watching a Ranji match.
Where are the crowds? There is
And
no
I feel for the
crowd.
players over here. How do the crowds play a very vital role?
No, and also
Very,
this
very
is
big
the
role.
pinnacle of your sport.
No,
World Cup.
again, how much? See, Pakistan fans were anyway not going to come because of visa issues.
Yeah.
How would we expect? How much would you expect?
Netherlands fans to be
I
there.
mean, not even 1,000 of them follow cricket. Their main aim is football.
And to be fair, Netherlands will be watching another world champion crown this weekend. Max Verstappen.
Max. I mean, what's the? I think 4 lakh came at Zandvoort.
Yes, obviously, Max Mania is real. Point is, this weekend all he needs is 3 points to win the title.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, he needs 3 points in the sprint. There's a sprint race also. He gets 3 points in the sprint, and that's it. He's won the title.
So that's about it. So that's the problem. See, non-India matches will be a major challenge.
Yeah, let's not kid ourselves.
So that is about it at this point. It'll be full tomorrow for sure. Tomorrow.
Day after.
Yeah, day after will mean Sanket Joshi. Yeah, and again Sanket Joshi, Henry played for Arsenal. Henry featured in the WWE. Matt Henry and Thierry Henry,
Very different players.
Yes, Sanket Joshi, Iran, team chess, men's team chess, they are an absolute beast.
But Iran will be a challenge even in Kabaddi.
But not in the women's.
The men.
The men also. No, because
I know.
the women's team that denied India the Kabaddi gold in 2018.
2018.
I remember now.
The team that is doing a miracle run is Chinese Taipei.
Chinese Taipei, I don't know where. How the hell did they pick up Kabaddi?
Chinese Taipei held us to a draw in the league stage.
Yeah, I remember. 34 all.
It'll be a close match, so that's why.
So anyway, we'll take your leave for now. Plenty happening in the world of sport, but this is something that we felt deserved a bit of let's say spotlight, because how does you explain Pakistan losing to Afghanistan in a semi-final? But it happened. So thank you guys so much for joining us. Though stay tuned, plenty more coming your way through the day. For now though, we'll take your leave, but please don't forget, like, share, subscribe, tap the bell, leave us a comment, follow us on socials, download the app, and of course stay tuned. Check out more stuff. Lots coming your way. For now though, from Harshad, Siddharth and me, so bye bye.
Bye bye.